when you're here by my side. I will always be there for you. Oh girl, I need you, that's so true. Hope you feel the same way, 'cause I want you to stay.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question would be, if they were deceiving you with the stories they tell you, would you be able to recognize that?
Hey everybody, what's happening? Hey, it's Tuesday, and today is The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network. We got a good show for everybody tonight. And right now I'd just like to bring on the boys and the man that gets it all done, the man that likes to take the nap while we're getting shit going. Mr. D, what's happening, buddy?
I'm good, Blaze Man, and yourself?
I'm doing, brother.
I'm ready. I'm ready to have a good show with our other two guys, man.
Absolutely.
This is going to definitely hit home today, man.
You got it. And there's no introduction, ladies and gentlemen, really. You know who he is right away. It's just every like 3 months you get to see a little bit of him at a time. You know what I mean? And before he was just like the secret, guy. I was getting emails. The company was getting emails. What the fuck? Who's that guy? Can never see him. Blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. My boy, Donnie.
How y'all doing?
What's going on, pal?
No, I'm chilling. Waiting on y'all. What y'all up to?
Yeah, it's all getting done.
We're waiting for the one that comes out of New Hampshire. That's what we're waiting for right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for him, ladies and gentlemen. And there's one. He knows all three governors in New Hampshire, even though he claims to only know one. Okay, there's one man that has been feeling a little bit under the weather last week, but he ain't gonna fucking die on us, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B.
Welcome, everybody. Glad to see you here. It's 7 o'clock here in Epping, New Hampshire, home of three of New Hampshire governors. I'm your host, Elizabeth Warren, and welcome to You Bet Your Papoose.
All right. You know, I always fucking knew that Elizabeth Warren looked just like you once she pulled that mask off.
Yeah, it's after she shaved.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we got a pretty decent show for you.
Hey, hold
Lady.
up. We don't need to stop making fun of Native American Indians, man.
Who's
we're
making
not.
fun? Whoa!
Whoa,
Who's
where
making
did that
fun
go
of
from?
a Native American Indian?
Elizabeth Warren, wasn't she an Indian?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
out of
College
here.
What a
application.
fucking
Whatever,
shot.
man.
Come
Just
on.
saying, just
You're just
saying,
saying,
just
huh?
saying, just saying.
Come on.
Is now to claim a different ethnicity or a different group, would that be un-American?
What, to claim that you are when you're not?
Exactly.
Well, that
Fuck
would be
yeah. That's
inhuman
like,
if you ask me. but-
wouldn't you say that's like fucking stolen valor?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
All right. So yeah,
I
that's
can
what
throw as many
that,
punches as I like because, believe it or not, I am about 1/4 American Indian.
no,
So-
my God, B. Fucking
Believe it or
did
not,
you
yeah.
ever scalp anybody?
Yeah,
tribe?
I did. As a matter of fact, when I sold a diamond for it, and I made twice the amount of money I paid for it in profit. I scalped it.
Nice.
And
Uh-oh,
me,
here he is.
myself,
Here he is. He's
I-
pulling up. He's pulling up to the camera, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on,
What, dude?
Donnie?
I'm waiting on y'all. I was getting something out of my drink. What, man? What?
Let's go. What you
Uh,
got on your
Mr.
mind?
B.
No,
Yeah,
I'm teasing.
Mr. B, just
I'm
want to
teasing,
update
Donnie.
you.
I got you.
Mr. B is from the Slapahoe tribe.
From the slap. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Really,
Yes.
guys?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's all I wanted, Donnie. A little laugh. That's all to get us going.
Yes.
Right.
I love it. Look, bro, that deserves that.
Guys.
That deserves that right there,
Yeah.
brother. And this.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah.
And
Come
that.
on, guys.
None but love, B. All right, Donnie, we're going your direction.
We're going, Donnie. We're going. Hold on. Let me just finish this right here, guys, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
It's important. All right. Okay. So, look, hey guys, the church shooting. Why don't we go with B? B's got a little bit of knowledge of the church shooting before we continue.
The church shooting that took place down in.
Jack says we want Donnie. All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Mr. B.
Oh, I thought you said Mr. B. I don't know.
No.
Go ahead, Mr. B. Hurry.
A viewer said we want Donnie.
Oh, well,
Not
then
you.
Donnie, get to it.
That's not what we're saying. B, go.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. The shooting that took place down in Texas was actually in Houston, in the mega church that is run by the Joel Osteen people. Previous point of information fame, Osteen's mega church not only gained a lot of interest and so forth from the rise in Christianity, but also for a bogus sort of call he made when Houston was inundated with floods. It has nothing to do with the fact of the shooting there. There was a lady who brought her child and some arms with her, entered the church area without going in the sanctuary. Fortunately, it was before the second service, which was a multilingual or bilingual service set up for Hispanic persons, and began firing. Now, people who apparently work in law enforcement and were off duty but working as security persons for the Osteen's ministries were able to neutralize the threat in fairly short order, but not before people did catch some lead. One death, and the child that she brought with her, age 7, was very, very badly wounded. I believe he received some form of a headshot. He is in the hospital, is not at all out of the woods, but is in better condition now than he had been when the incident took place. That having been said, what more I know about the lady is she apparently had access to guns, had legally purchased them, but unfortunately, again, had a long known history of mental defects or problems and so forth. And that's about as far as I can go with it. I will yield back to you, Mr. Blazeman.
All right, and so we're gonna start off with a video here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check this out.
Good evening. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us. We are following a number of developing stories, but we do want to begin tonight with that breaking news and that first look at the shocking body cam video from the shooting at celebrity pastor Joel Osteen's Houston church. The disturbing video shows people, including children, running from gunfire as heroic officers ran towards the gunshots. The audio is startling. You can hear the barrage echoing off the walls and ceiling of the nearly 17,000-seat megachurch. 2 off-duty police officers were working security at the church when the shooting began. They killed the 36-year-old woman who was armed with an assault-style rifle. Her 7-year-old son, who she brought with her onto the scene, remains in critical condition with the gunshot wound to the head. CBS's Janet Shamlian will start us off tonight from Houston.
Tonight, we are hearing for the first time the sounds of terror inside a place of worship. Explosions of gunfire as a woman threatens authorities inside televangelist Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church.
Stop shooting! Put the weapon down! Suspect saying she got a bomb? Put the weapon down! There's a bomb! Put the weapon down!
Houston police releasing body cam video of off-duty law enforcement officers who ran into the face of danger 2 weeks ago, taking down the woman who came into the church with a rifle and her 7-year-old son. She was killed, he was shot in the head, but the danger remained.
Shooter is down. Look like she has something strapped on her chest. We need a bomb squad.
Officials say they decided to release these videos for transparency.
It is important to note that we are in the very early stages of the investigation and we continue to review additional evidence as it is collected and analyzed.
I need a medic. I have one young male conscious and breathing. He got shot in the head.
But one thing already stands out. Amid the horror, there was humanity. This officer trying to comfort the badly wounded 7-year-old with chaos all around. Tonight, that boy is still fighting for his life 2 weeks after the shooting here at Houston's Lakewood Church.
All right. So, let's see here. All right, B, I'm gonna let you open up with this since this is again you can't open it before. So go ahead, buddy.
Needless to say, first off, I want to give thanks to the CBS people for being able to use their video.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a member of the FFN, all of us here at FFN are sending our hearts out to the family of that young child and to the young child himself for what he's going through. This was not of his doing, unfortunately, and we do hope and pray for the best outcome that could possibly happen, considering what's going on. This was definitely taken down in a very short period of time, and to my esteemed colleagues who understand and are more well versed in tactics and strategies and so forth, my own personal assessment of what I have seen through the video and watched from several different angles and so forth, it appears that they acted appropriately and very quickly. I'm going to put this out to you, Donnie. Do you think that these people could have reacted any better? Hello?
He might be muted.
Sorry. No, I'm not going to judge them at all because I wasn't there when the bullets were flying. So, as far as I'm concerned, they did what they needed to do.
I'd like to add a little something on that. I'm just concerned with the little boy because the mother was carrying an assault type rifle. I don't know if it was an AK or an M6. It was a rifle.
22 caliber rifle.
Wow. With that echoing sound?
That's a big
AR-15. She had an
AR-15.
AR-15. She had an AR-15 and a 22 caliber strapped around her chest too.
Okay, thank you. So the little boy, my heart goes out to him. I mean, let me jump somewhere else. The mother had no business. She was a well-known mental patient within the Houston community. She was arrested many times, many times. Getting back to the little boy.
Okay, wait a minute. So she has a
Oh,
background.
oh yes, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
could
she
you
had a
care to
background.
elaborate a little bit more on her background? Because that's something that
No,
everybody, is going to want to know.
I'm sorry. I'd have to get back on later on the show with the background. But
Okay.
I just want to turn to the little boy. If that was the bullet from the AR, he wouldn't be here to speaking with us. And I'm thinking, was he shot accidentally with the officers responding back to him, responding back to the threat? Because she
And
definitely kept
and
him.
and
She
if
kept him narrow.
so, do you think that they're going to say that one of the officers accidentally shot the child? Because even if the child was shot, go ahead, sir.
No, you go, man. Go ahead.
Even if the child was shot with a Glock, right? The child's not, the child's not here, right? Is that what you're saying? Because
Yeah,
if the child's shot with the 22 by the mother, then the bullet's rattling around in the boy's head. Wouldn't we say that's fair to say?
From a medical aspect, can I answer this question?
Go ahead.
Okay,
man.
Doc.
We do not know what part of the head this bullet may have gone through. There is a possibility, slight, yes, but there is a possibility that what may have happened is if the bullet went through just in the right area of the trajectory, it could have gone through and through if it went through side, and front, and performed what we all know is a frontal lobotomy. It has happened.
Yes.
Where the person can take a headshot like that and
Oh
still
yeah, and then
survive.
brain dead.
No, not brain dead. Not brain dead. Actually, brain damaged, yes.
Let's look at the trajectory of the bullet, though.
Well,
we
how?
Don't know.
And if
know.
I'm correct, the 22 caliber is the preferred weapon of assassins that are out today.
Because it goes so slow, it goes in and bangs around. It doesn't go through and through.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you said.
Yeah, but we don't know what this child may, what bullet may have gone through this child's head.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, we try and pay attention if somebody else has the answer out there, or go ahead. Okay, Mr. D has a 110% valid point. If the little boy got shot with a fucking AR-15 type style bullet, he's not around.
Just a muzzle blast is going to put a hole in his head.
Okay.
If the mother's holding him that quick. Right.
Now, a 22, I don't think the little boy's here either. Because if it's a 22 and it enters, it's rattling. It's rattling.
But
I don't know. Go ahead.
Let's just hope this little boy makes a full recovery.
Absolutely.
But solutions. Let's talk about solutions. I know if Joel Osteen was in that church, that would have never happened. For the simple fact, Joel Osteen he's got a lot of money. And if you've seen I've seen other videos, you see their security in there. They're in suits. They got little pieces in their earpieces.
Yeah, he's got bodyguards.
No, but the solution is these guards will be at the front doors now.
Oh, well, okay.
They will have to screen. Will they screen their people that come into the church? Help me out.
The parishioners or the
congregation?
The congregation.
Will they screen everybody? No, but I believe there'll be a rapid reaction force at all entrances, especially if Joel Osteen is in there. This guy is a mega millionaire. And that's all I got to say. It's just a sad situation, and I wish she wouldn't take the little 7-year-old.
So what makes her bring the kid with her? Do you think at some point she was thinking that the child might be a sacrifice?
When you go to the casino, you bring money, right?
Yes, but that's that's pretty mental. Go ahead, Donnie.
No, I was reading something about the whole shooter person that they got law enforcement, been in and out with the police since like 2005, 2010, long time. But they also talked about there's some familial dispute about maybe some custody or something, who knows? But it's between an ex-husband and the shooter. There's something going on. Well, usually means there's probably something going on with the kid. So it might have been one of them. You ain't having him, I ain't having him. Might have went out just off the wall, type deal. And the kid, poor kid, just an innocent bystander of some bullshit, because adults don't think sensibly.
Well, I agree with you with that, but I mean, a bystander, he was brought there, so I don't think he would be considered. Okay.
He's just, I'm saying he's
a fucking victim. Yeah.
He's an innocent victim, an innocent bystander of some bullshit somebody else caused. That's all. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with that 110%, brother. Without a doubt. Let's see here. Yeah.
Mr. B had his hand up.
Yes. Thanks, D.
Again, we're all sitting here speaking as reasonable, ordinary thinking human beings. We're dealing with the mind of someone that is not right of mind. It could be she could have brought this child with the hopes that he dies with her. She could have brought this child simply because she couldn't find a babysitter at the last minute for whatever reason, and thinking that she's going about life as ordinary and typical people will. There's no way that we can adequately Monday night quarterback this one, because the person who brought the child along and involved him inside this is quite dead, thank God.
D.
So my question to the media is the mass media. So who are we to feel sorry for in this situation? Are we to feel sorry for the victim or the perpetrator? Because in the George Soros world, you feel sorry for the perpetrator. She was hurt. No, and I'm being dead serious, and I'm trying to stir this up with you guys, because if this was on the streets, and let's just look at that Marine in New York, what he did, there was more sympathy. Well, I wouldn't say sympathy. There was more judgment towards the perpetrator. I mean, there was more goodwill feelings towards the perpetrator
than there was the victim.
The Marine that choked him out. And I yield.
Donnie?
Why do we have to feel sorry for somebody? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
That's the way
shit happens. Some evil shit happened. We do evil shit as people. That's part of the problem. We stop feeling sorry for ourselves and say, how do we fix this from not happening again? How do we make sure we tell people guns are not the answer? Maybe you start persecuting people more.
Wait
I don't know.
Guns are not the answer, or guns are not the problem?
Well,
guns are not
really the problem. They're not the answer. They're more part of the problem, because it only makes things worse when you add the gun. Shit like what happened at the church happens, right? It only makes things worse. So it's not part of the answer. It just intensifies the problem. So I would say they're part of the problem. But to go run around and tell people you can't have them, no. We need to teach better accountability of having them and what they're used for, maybe. Go ahead, Mr. B.
We have to look at this also, and I'm quite surprised, actually, that this question hasn't been answered by Olstein himself. In the purest sense, in Christianity, we should indeed have feelings for the person who perpetrated this, because number one, she was sick, and Christ didn't turn his hand away from anyone who was afflicted, ever. So yes, we should have at least some modicum of feeling of some sort of Christian goodwill towards the person who was the perpetrator of this. we have to hate the act, but not the person who was
Why
beset with
the church?
insanity, apparently.
Why the church? Why did she pick the church? Anybody?
Good point, Blaze. Good
There was
point.
something about some anti-Jewish sentiment. She had Palestine or something on the buttstock of the AR-15 or one of the weapons, and they haven't quite figured all that out. They said there was some stuff like that, and maybe because Osteen's church gets viewed of some places, and there's some disagreement about whatever.
So you think she got radicalized?
In her mind, yes.
Maybe.
D.
I don't know, man. I think she tagged it on it. I think she tagged it on her butt of her weapon and thought it was a cool thing, and she was focused, man. She was gonna kill somebody in there.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with Demas. There was.
Hello, you're on with FFN Network, the way we see it. Hello, you're on with FFN Network. Okay. All right, guys, go ahead, D.
So we're going to have another story here, probably in the third or fourth segment, whichever it comes up, Blaze. And I want us to apply this rule of the perpetrator and the victim here to our next one. We're going to talk about the perpetrator and the victim and how the media is dealing with that as we speak today. And I yield.
Okay, let's run that. Okay, and we're going to discuss this
right now
because the border is.
Let's do it after break, buddy.
Excuse me.
Let's do it after break. I got a feeling this is gonna.
Okay, fill 3 minutes then. Fill 3 minutes.
What do we need to fill 3 minutes with? Did you guys read the stuff in the guy about the cop in Chicago who wants to change his race and he's having to sue the police because they won't let him change it from Caucasian?
So let's take a listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll touch base on it when we come back from break.
To Athens, Georgia, where we are learning new information tonight about how the suspect in the murder of that 22-year-old nursing student first appeared on law enforcement radar. We also have new details about last week's killing of Laken Riley. Correspondent Dana Marie McNichol has the story tonight from Athens, Georgia.
New information today confirmed by the coroner. Laken Riley died from blunt force trauma to her head. Riley was murdered Thursday while running along the intramural fields. Students back on campus today after being given a break from class on Friday. Earlier today, hundreds of students gathered in prayer during a vigil to celebrate the young 22-year-old nursing student gone far too soon.
Be kind, catch up with your friends, and strive to be the type of person that Laken was.
UGA police haven't released a motive for the suspected murderer, Jose Antonio Ibarra. I spoke to a former FBI violent crimes agent who says the killer was brazen.
Showing that they did it in the middle of the day also shows potential lack of criminal sophistication. Most people do not want to get caught doing something like this, and the suspect did it in broad daylight.
ICE confirms the accused killer entered the U.S. illegally through El Paso in 2022. A police report confirms Ibarra was working as a food delivery driver in New York City when police stopped him for having the child of his estranged wife on the back of his scooter without a helmet. He was arrested for acting in a manner to injure a child. ICE says NYPD released him before they could issue a detainer on Ibarra. The suspect is in jail without bond and is facing a long list of charges like felony murder, kidnapping, and hindering a 911 call.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after this break, and we will get to the story. Be right back in about 3 minutes, everybody.
You'll get always the best of me, 'cause I love you endlessly. Girl, I feel feels so damn right when you're here by my side. I will always be there for you. Oh girl, I need you, that's so true. Hope you feel the same way, 'cause I want you to stay.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question would be, if they were deceiving you with the stories they tell you, would you be able to recognize that?
All right, everybody, welcome back to The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network. It is Tuesday, February 27th. Hey, this year is leap year, boys.
Yep.
It is leap year. How old would somebody be if they turned 48 in their leap year, baby? How old are they?
Oh hell, who knows?
No, math, huh? Fucking math just eludes you when you get older.
Yeah, it's the fact that my mental state right now, I don't feel like doing any math. So I
can understand. That's what our problem was in school, Donnie. B, got an answer?
I was at 12.
Huh?
12.
12 years old. That's fucking easy math, Donnie. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I just told you it's not how the difficulty, nothing. It's the fact that I don't feel like doing it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try.
Oh, shoot. What up, D? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just going to run a little recap real quick because, my boy D gets a little forgetful, I was doing that too for about like a couple of days. And my wife got kind of fucking worried. She goes, babe, your short-term memory is, it's getting bad. But let's take a quick listen to get Mr. D back on track, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's hope the video plays better this time.
Let's hope the what?
Blaze, I'm hearing an in and out, man.
An in and out for what?
On the video, did you the other 3 panel guys? Did you guys?
Oh, I heard it fine.
Video clearly.
I heard it fine.
Yeah, maybe because I was messing around.
No, maybe.
If I could for a moment, I want to make a point of information. We did not discuss, but I do believe when we're talking about the Joel Osteen Ministries shooter, I do believe somewhere this person did have some form of manifesto. I don't have any of the.
You and the fucking manifestos.
I was going to say that.
They said that. We said that. Yeah, they had.
Yeah, but you can't bust his fucking balls about it because the other one had a fucking manifesto.
Right, but once again, they're still gathering evidence, so we got to move on from that. Let's move
Right.
on from that for right now.
And we'll cover it like we did the
And
other
then we'll
one.
go back to the Georgia shooting. Now, this is all riled up everybody. It's become a political issue, but of course the Democrats are going to play at that, and the Republicans and people that are using it for political purposes. I don't agree with it. Somebody died because we haven't done the basic stuff we're supposed to do. We don't do our jobs, and yet we're supposed to just always give up. You can't give up what you don't have. And people
Well,
are
it
at a
is the
point where they don't
Republicans'
have it
fault.
to give anything.
It is the Republicans' fault. And I can prove it. Just look at the moon. See, I'm talking like a Democrat. So
I know, but no, it's everybody's fault. Because Joe Biden, he told us, he said, hey, give me something. Give me bipartisan bills. Did they pass anything? Hell no. They can't squabble. They want to squabble and get shit together. Why? What? People are dying? Come on. When are we going to wake up? There was a criminal record. Hey, at some point, deport. Got to go. Apparently, you can't live here and be functional and not commit crimes. Why do we need to let that stay? Go to any other country and your ass would be locked up or be gone in a matter of like 2 or 3 days, depending on how quickly they want to let your ass go. But any other country in the world, you're not going to act that way. Why do we have to allow it here in the United States?
because of the French. Give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. Yeah, big talk from the French throwing a statue in our waters.
B, go.
Yeah, that's what I got to say. If you want to know why we have to do it when everybody else doesn't, it's because of the damn Statue of Liberty that somebody else put words on, not us.
No, that's
D, go.
No, man, shit, D. I got lost after Donnie, man. I'm trying to catch up right now. Give me a minute here. Donnie, you were talking, sir?
You're poor.
But no, there's all this documentation that, yes, they were found to be here illegally. Times beforehand, they didn't miss court dates. Oh, but we let them go because we didn't have the room. But we didn't make a court date, so no, well, the system was too late to issue the bench warrant. So, too many excuses of why the system didn't work or something else. Come on, enough of that. Nobody wants to hear that shit no more. Nobody wants to hear that. Do something about it as the politicians, that's where it's at. And now it's going to be a big major point in probably, the election and all that good stuff. And of course, Trump is going to be out there talking about how he's going to shut it down and get all kinds of people. He's going to be all happy. But in the end, where's the solution again? We don't have a solution for this. Nobody talks that.
So I'm back. So when you're dealing with Venezuela, the migrants here, you can't deport them back to Venezuela. Venezuela said they're gone, they'll never come back. So as Mayorkas, he needs to think of another neutral country he can deport these fools to. Because even this, we all knew this was going to happen, and there's going to be more that's going to happen. We all knew this. And Donnie, I don't want to go against you on this one, but I hope Donald Trump weaponizes this. Because he's got to gather this country around, man. This girl was going to be somebody. She was going to go out to save lives. And here we got a resident of Athens. The other media does not call him an illegal migrant, an illegal alien, any word you want to, any noun you want to give this guy. A resident of Athens, Georgia. So now, and I want to add this because I really believe this. Whatever his name was, I believe he did go through the Annunciation House here in El Paso. What is the Initiation House? I put it down in our messenger under the Way We See It folder. It's a Catholic-run migration camp to bring these people in, get them prepped, ship them out via El Paso, and they go out. So recently, And I really believe, and I'm a Catholic, and this bites to tell, that hurts me to say this. And I put another website up there, lacasitas.org in Tucson, Arizona. They have the same mission set, the same exact mission set. Case in point, though, just recently, Attorney General Paxton from Texas did an indictment on Annunciation House. I was in the process of looking what the indictment said, but it ruffled a lot of feathers down here in El Paso. The Cardinal, Veronica Escobar, the mayor, talking about Paxton's running this. But this, I believe, is a big problem. And I'm pretty sure what Paxton's going after the Annunciation House is saying, you're supporting this illegal migration flow past ICE. And what I mean by ICE, they need to be registered with ICE. I think these houses, all they do is don't worry about it. Here's your food, here's your cash, and go. And you can see all this shit here that's happening. May God bless you always. Yes, come in the right door so you can go up the right door when you leave this earth. And I yield.
B.
Well, mistakenly, you say that we can't send them back to Venezuela. You can do exactly what Venezuela's been doing. Venezuela's been dumping their stuff on us. We can load them back up in a plane, fly it over Venezuela, open the cargo bay doors, and boot them out and airdrop them. And they will go back to Venezuela.
That's not going to happen, buddy.
God, D.
No, but how many times on this show and other shows with this network did we talk about history? Look at Cuba. Look what Castro did to the prisons. This is just a refresher for you guys, because I know you guys know it. I'm just hoping our other viewers can listen. Castro emptied out the prisoners. What do you think Maduro did in Venezuela? He emptied out his prisons as well. Why feed them? Give them to us. And look what happens. A beautiful young lady, nursing student in her third year, killed by homeboy here, the Athens resident.
Oh, but they're not illegals. They're dreamers. Remember? They're dreamers. Like this girl didn't have a dream. Her family didn't have a dream of going through life and seeing things progress and watching as she did wonderful things to care for other people. No dream at all. Those dreams are now all erased. Why? Because of some dreamer. Because of some pipe dream in the air that everybody thinks that we can take and bring these people in, and automatically everything's going to be hunky-dory and we're going to have utopia. Well, this is proving otherwise.
Let's just give a moment of silence, please, guys, if we could, for the victims from yesterday's and the day before. All right, gentlemen. Okay, so now, Democrats are blaming Republicans for the border thing. You guys, everybody, you got to watch this. This is fucking great stuff. Really is great stuff.
The consideration of these new executive orders for the border. What changed between the time President Biden said, we are a nation who says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come, and now?
I don't understand. What do you mean, your question? I don't get.
As a candidate, President Biden was telling people to come to
Yeah, we all remember that.
What has changed since?
Remember they had fucking Biden t-shirts on?
That you're giving me, but what I will say is this. The president took this issue very seriously of what is happening at the border and the immigration system as a whole, right? And we have said over and over again, this is a system that has been broken for decades. Under the last administration, as you know, which was a Republican administration, and other administrations before that. And he took this so seriously that the first piece of legislation that he put forth on day one was on immigration reform.
Guys, you want to jump in at any time, let me know.
That is what matters. And for the past several months, we worked with Republican senators.
Go ahead, Donnie.
So you want to admit that you've known the system is broken, and yet you're still here. When was this done? This video right here?
Today.
So for the past 2 years, whatever you've been in office, you've known the system is broken, and yet we're still here with no solution. This is what gets frustrating. We know what's changed. That nothing's really changed with the policy. Just more people are coming than we can handle anymore. We get that.
Well, but watch how she tries to fucking flip the whole thing. Go ahead, you can continue. Set.
Go.
Democrats in the Senate.
Go, D.
No, she's so concerned about her immigration system. She needs to be concerned herself. That immigration system got her a citizenship to here. She was born in France of Haiti parents.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
If we keep flooding, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm losing my.
Go ahead. If you keep flooding what?
No, if we keep flooding the borders like this, we're not going to have nothing else.
Right. Well, watch how she flips this shit.
To try to come up with a fair and tough piece of legislation that would deal with border security. That was, let's not forget, endorsed by the Border Union Patrol. And that's how seriously the president has taken it. We've done this for months, and House Republicans have gotten in the way. The Speaker has gotten in the way. And so we want to deal with this issue. This is an issue that majority of Americans care about. House Republicans, the Speaker got in the way. The question really is for the Speaker. What changed? Speaker Johnson, what's changed?
Something else President Biden has promised is a more humane border policy than Trump. So
you hear her flipping this fucking shit? It's
no,
insane.
but she has all the points.
That's their job, bro.
No, I know that, D, but I'm just saying. But it's ridiculous that people buy into it. That's what fucking aggravates me, too. Let's finish her off.
So why would he even be considering now a border policy that is more similar to Trump?
What border policy are you talking about?
Axios is reporting that the legal authority Biden is considering using Howard Trump's Muslim ban and similar sweeping restrictions at the border.
I'm not going to get into or comment on individual policy option that's being speculated right now. As I said before, no decisions have been made. We want to make sure, the president has been very clear, he wants to make sure that our country is safer, and we need more border security, obviously, to secure our border. We've been very clear about that, and we want to do it while treating people fairly and humanely.
They're like, now all of us, I told everybody, I believe I do, I can go back in the archives, but I said this was going to happen. They were going to start flipping a script because around voting time, because now that's the time that they fucking need everybody. You know what I mean? And
well,
that's what they're doing.
Look at Biden. Biden is real quick to go to border this Thursday because Donald was going.
Yes,
Donald's going to Eagle Pass, and I think Lost Boy is going to Brownsville, and I think
but I think didn't he back out?
Migrants in Brownsville.
Didn't he back out?
Who backed out?
Biden. He's not going now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not hear that.
Yeah. He's supposedly he's not going now. Listen, don't take it to heart, but I'm pretty sure I heard that today when I was preparing for the show.
Last I heard, JoJo Jack in a Box was going where Mr. Un-American over here says he was going to, still in if you will, stereo with Donald Trump.
Right. You know, do you think? Well, we know why. Well, I think I understand why. Nikki Haley, why the fuck does she keep moving on, man?
What did we say last week when we were talking the videos? They were talking about how they got big Democratic donors that got nothing better to do than throw her money to stay in the race. So why would she not stay in the race?
Okay. I forgot about that too, bro. Yeah, that's a good point. But again, getting back to who Trump is going to appoint for vice president, you guys still don't think that she's on the docket for that?
No.
Let's go with B. Let's go with Mr. B.
No, she has. That Elvis has left the building, my friend. That lady, as a matter of fact, I saw her today on a flippant rant about anything and everything as to why Donald Trump is going to ruin the nation if he gets elected and so forth. It's not whether or not he's going to beat Joe Biden. It's now that how he's actually going to ruin the nation if he gets elected as well, or he's not going to do the job or whatever else. She's coming unglued. She's coming absolutely unwrapped. I believe fully that at this point it's going to be, as I said before, and everybody poo-pooed it, it's going to be a Trump DeSantis ticket.
No, we agreed on the other gentleman. What was his name?
I thought it was going to be him and Tim Scott.
Yes, Tim Scott. Right. D, you said the same. You said Tim Scott too.
No, I said salt and pepper.
Well, regardless, but still, that
Trump is the pepper and Scott is the salt.
Yeah.
Scott is more of a white boy than Trump is.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Michelle Obama, but okay.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know how she would have fit in that, but that's all right.
No, I don't know what Haley's doing, man. I really don't. I believe, and this is her mindset, is Trump's going to get caught in one of these indictments. It's going to disqualify him from the race.
Yeah, that's what she's hoping for. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we all agree on that.
That's a shitty campaign pledge.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what I'm saying. What's she doing it for? What's she doing it for? Is she going to get a big job in some kind of big fucking lobbyist corporation? Is she going to become a lobbyist? Because she's not going to get back. She just got destroyed in her own city. So
By the way, folks, 508-974-4231. Call in. We want to hear from you, folks.
Yeah, give us a buzz. That's a good one there. 508-974-4231. Yeah. Again, what Donnie said, right? Okay, she's going with the flow or whatever. Democrats, some Democrats are throwing in money, and yeah. I mean,
Oh, what do you mean? Let's get to the reality.
That's what I'm
Trump
asking.
is going to be our president once again. I don't think there's anything they can do to stop it.
No.
I agree with you. Do you think Trump once again, stuck his foot in his mouth with his black people comment?
Oh, yes. I was going to ask if maybe there was a famous rapper that he's putting it. I don't know how famous he is, but I was reading an article, and there's a rapper, producer, social guy. He was saying he's just waiting for the N-word to come out of Trump's mouth.
Right.
He just doesn't know what he's saying half the time.
Right. But he doesn't disagree with him. He's like us, and he knows that Trump can fucking put his foot in his mouth, right?
Yeah, he's basically, Trump's no different than any other politician. He's going to say what you want him to hear, or he's going to say what he thinks you need to hear, whatever, to get your vote. That's all this is. Don't play like we're going to do something good for nobody. No.
Yeah. D, Trump getting a lot of heat for putting his foot in his mouth there?
When it comes to Trump and his mouth, man, no, I'm good, man.
Right. You don't want to bet against that at all, right?
No,
B.
I don't.
I have a point of information. You can say what you want about Trump, whether he's put his foot in his mouth or not, but take a peek at what's happened up over our northern border, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Trudeau and the Canadian Parliament, who has voted to take a vote of no confidence in Trudeau, calling for a special election.
Really?
Yep.
Really? Put something up there in that thing, and we'll cover it after break. Go ahead, Donnie.
I mean, they're gonna go ahead and try to get a new prime minister or whatever in Canada.
Get a link in there,
what that does? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah, they had apparently a petition sent around, and nearly 1 million Canadian voters signed and sent this into Parliament, and it was brought up, I believe, yesterday on the floor.
All right. So all we got to do is figure out what the recall. How many do they need for the recall? Right.
It depends on how much Labatt you have.
But hasn't this dude faced this before already?
No, not this. You might. Are you sure you're not fucking confusing what's his name in California with them? Garrett Newsom.
No, that's the point I wanted to make. We were talking about Republicans. I mean, Trump, is DeSantis going to be his VP? Is Tim Scott? Is Nikki Haley? We even brought that up. The Republican Party, when it comes to that, is a little sturdy because we know Trump's going to get one. But the Democrats, and I just Googled this because I wanted to find out what the dates were. So the DNC convention is August 19th to the 22nd of this year. And Gavin Newsom has played this loyalty role for a long time, with Kamala Harris needing being the other one to step up. I really want to see what Gavin Newsom is going to do when Kamala Harris has to take over, because Biden, he's not going to make it. And even Clyburn, House Representative Clyburn from South Carolina, made the comment on national TV, and his biggest defense was, everybody knows Joe Biden had a speech impediment, when he was a young man. And now they're all saying it's his age, but it's his speech impediment. His brain knows what he's doing. And I was like, oh my God. And I yield.
All right, B. You say that out loud, man. Don't type that to me. I don't care about that. You got to talk about that.
It is not just my particular feeling, but it comes as informed insight, if you will, that the Democrat Party is going to hold off on announcing that Michelle Obama is going to be their frontispiece until the Trump criminal cases begin to be heard sometime in March.
Okay, so you heard, or did you read this? Is this an article that you found?
Birdies are tweeting in my ears.
Birdies are tweeting in your ears.
That.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. I don't know how to keep follow with that. I don't know how to follow.
No, just look at the last name I put up today for my
un-American. Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And she defines what un-American is. That woman hates this country, and 90% of the people in this country know she
that.
does.
Yeah.
No, she
know
does.
That.
But my concern is, and believe it, it's a little, I don't know, it could be a big concern. I would be very concerned if Michelle Obama got on the ticket and that Taylor Swift girl endorsed her.
Well, the good part about that for me is, let's thank the Lord that Taylor Swift's are all children. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, the parents can vote, but the children can't. Taylor Swift fans, 80% of them are fucking kids.
You better rethink that shit. Hell no, buddy. You got an army of people.
Listen, like I said, 80% of the kids and 20% is parent. I get that. You know what I mean?
I think your ratios are off. I think it's more a little about 60-40, maybe 50-50. As far as how many are above in that voting range, 18 and up.
Okay, so like I said, all right, if we're going numbers, then I'm talking between fucking, let's see, 7 to 13 years old.
No,
you know what I mean?
Blaze.
7 to 14 years old.
Blaze, this girl is 34 years old. She
I know
sings
that,
high
bro.
school songs. No, but wait
exactly.
A minute. But no, you don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say. The point I'm trying to say is fucking, she is out of her league for singing teenage songs. You talk about giving lollipops. This chick's giving out lollipops. And that age that still listens to her is 18 to 30. No problem. Now tell me you know that.
Whatever. Like I said, we're talking numbers. It is whatever, because your 18 to 30 is like fucking 15%. Okay. 7 to 13 or 14 or 15 is a fucking greater number than that. That's all I'm saying.
I think
know?
you got your numbers
if she endorses her, yeah, that's gonna be, but then again, that also says to me, okay, that fucking people are even more fucking stupider, plain and simple. I mean, the girl doesn't have an idea about politics at all. She's a great kid. I won't take that away from her, man. You know what I'm saying? She takes care of the company. She took care of the people that work for her. It's a very, very generous young girl. But I also think that she is the type that might walk around with her nose up in the air a little bit as well.
Don't discount the fact about these 18 to 30-year-olds, because JoJo Jack in the Box went and he gave away free college money again.
Yeah.
So don't discount those 18-year-olds to 30-year-olds that have now
and there
had
was a
Democratic
erased. There was a Democratic millionaire that paid every tuition. I forgot the college. Maybe somebody
billionaire at Albert Einstein School of Medicine.
Yep.
Okay.
The entire class, the entire Albert Einstein School of Medicine, their college tuition is paid by this billionaires.
Yes.
Right. That billionaires, she left that money, and one report I read kind of said she got it because her and her husband, both of them really high, left her a bunch of Berkshire Hathaway stocks, so she sold it. And so, yeah, that's going into the endowment for the university, and it's tuition free now. That's great. That is a pretty solid medical school somewhere in New York or something like that. That's cool, man. I mean, I would rather see people do that than say, hey, you took out a loan and, yeah, you didn't pay it back, but somebody else is going to pay it for you. That teaches nothing. That's no responsibility. There's no accountability.
I wish Gronk would have got her first.
Yeah, but, hey. But
Blaze, open that. That. Oh, it's broken, huh?
So, all right. We're going to jump and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we will show the world again on how that Mr. Biden, President Biden, cannot be our president of the United States. And I'll put that statistics up when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for more of The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network.
You'll get always the best of me, 'cause I love you endlessly. Girl, I feel so damn right when you're here by my side. I will always be there for you. Oh girl, I need you, that's so true. Hope you feel the same way, 'cause I want you to stay. In the distance, light years from tomorrow, far beyond yesterday. She is watching, heart aching with sorrow. She is broken as she waits, hoping when all is said and done, we learn to love and be as one. Oh, starlight, don't you cry, we're gonna make it right before tomorrow. Oh, starlight, don't you cry, we're gonna find the place where we belong, where we belong. And so you know, you'll never shine alone. There are shadows deep in the horizon that leave us scared and so afraid. As the fallout of a world divided, it brings her tears and so much.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear. So my question would be, if they were deceiving you with the stories they tell you, would you be able to recognize that?
All right. Thank everybody for sticking around for more of The Way We See It with Mr. D, Mr. Donnie, and Mr. B, along with myself, please, man. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. D, you want to go ahead and read that off, man?
Yes, sir. I had to unmute myself. So I was going to send you the link, Blaze, man, but all these websites, you want $5.
Yeah,
$5.
They want money. They want money to read statistics.
So I have 3 of 4 free articles left, and if I send it to you, I'm going to lose it. So here we go. These are the key facts of Taylor Swift's fans. 53% of U.S. adults say they're fans of Swift. 16% identify themselves as avid fans of the star. Blah, 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 blah. It's got the breakdown. This is the one I want to get to. Some 45% of avid fans are millennials between the ages of 27 and 42, while 23% are baby boomers. That's me and you, Blaze.
Right.
21% are Gen Xers, and just 11% are members of the Gen Z, those 26 and under. Here's another important fact. A slim majority, 55% of avid Swift fans are Democrats, compared to 23 who are politically independent and 23 who are Republicans.
All right. See, it's fucking good numbers, Donnie. You know what I mean? You got to find that shit out. Because if she does endorse Kamala, like you said, we're in trouble, right?
I didn't say any
Bro,
of that. I told you differently, Blaze.
Didn't you talk about that?
No,
that
was
was
your
Demon.
dumbass. You were the one
That
fighting.
was you. That was you. That you were the one fighting us about what's so wrong. That all her kids are, all her fans are little Stone Age or little school age
Right,
kids.
because
So,
all right,
and
D
they
did.
showed you
D,
the number. No, they're not.
D, right? That's what I'm fucking saying.
Man, don't be throwing
He
that shit.
he done
Man,
worked
you need
up.
to go talk to your wife
He
about
done worked up
the
because he didn't want to talk
privilege.
about
Look at shit.
Swift fucking statistics. He's worked up about it. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna throw this up. If you want to if you want to vote for this fucking dude, you know, that's entirely up to you. But you know, they put this guy, I think he did I was reading that President Biden did like 87 like interviews, you know, with CBS Evening News, CNN, MSNBC, all of these, you know, media companies that they knew that they were going to throw him softball questions. He was allowed to see the questions. You know, they got together and talked about what they were going to say, you know, because he needs that kind of help. But when you're on late television at night, you know, and you're doing a Seth Meyers show, all I remember that dude from was his Saturday Night Live, and he sucked. But anyways, so he's doing a late show. He has Biden on it. And I guess
Go ahead, Blaze.
And I guess you know, the many teleprompters and the papers he has in front of him and all that fun shit like that just didn't get him through. Let's take a listen.
You talked about bipartisanship and that you could actually work across the aisle when you ran in 2020. I was one of the people who thought that was maybe a foolish proposition, but you have gotten things done. Infrastructure chips, Inflation Reduction Act, some gun safety. You even got an immigration bill that passed in the Senate but never got taken up in the House. And what would you want to do? What's your 2024 agenda? Because I feel like we live in such crazy times that is one of the things I feel we hear less about.
Look, the 2020 agenda is to finish the job. For example, we're now in a position where we have the strongest economy of any major nation in the world.
Talking about 2020,
We've got a way to
not
go
2024.
Yet. Inflation's down, 880,000 manufacturing jobs. You know, we have 14 million new jobs. The unemployment rate is the lowest it's been for the longest time. We're building wealth for people. But we have to do more. First thing I have to do is stop it from being turned around. For example, you talked about the border didn't pass. Well, guess what? We're going to pass that border. It's overwhelmingly supported by Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you want, that can be your fucking next president of the United States. It's scary as all hell. D, go.
That's the standard now in this country. We all cheat. We all get cheat cards, softball questions. We cheat on college entrance exams. We cheat when we're doing our PhDs. Harvard professor. That's all we do is cheat. We kill our own. We steal from our own. That's it. That's it. That's the standard. I mean, you know, and this is the point I want to make. I really believe this economy is just together with Staples. And one thing Biden has done way off his promise on inauguration date that he was going to unite us is that when he leaves office, whoever takes over, probably Donald Trump, this economy, I really don't see it going that far, especially when Trump turns the lights back on again. And I yield.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, it's gonna come down. If Trump gets in, I believe it's gonna come down a little bit, but it's the norm now. Prices are the fucking norm now, man.
But we don't want to hear that.
No.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
Why should we accept that as a norm?
Because it's going to be forced down our throat.
Wow. Go ahead, Mr. B.
No. Donnie, you're up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I agree with that. It'll be forced down our throat because suppliers will still sell it for the highest demand possible or highest price they can get. That's just simple business. Those are going to stick with us because I really believe that, you know, Russia's going to keep trying to prolong this war shit. So they can prolong the Ukrainian aid and blame it under economy, but yet our enemies get richer. As far as the economy stuff goes, yeah, whenever we hit that normal, it's what it's going to be. It's just going to hit us, and it's going to be what it's going to be. The unemployment shit he preaches about, though, I call bullshit on that because there's so many other articles out there. You know, I'm one myself. People who are working 2, 3 jobs, got 2, 3, 4 sources of income coming in now with what they're doing online for side gigs and other stuff on top of work or other pension plans. That's the only reason unemployment numbers keep rising, because I'm working 2 jobs. Not that there's a new job. You could say new jobs got created, new jobs got done, but it's one person who's just really taking up 2 jobs. So the amount of people unemployed is still fairly, high. And then you have other people like myself, not really looking for a job, but we're not counted in that pool, because once you're not active for so long, you stop getting counted in those pools for people that are actively looking for a job. So those numbers are always flawed. I don't trust those numbers from Biden or anybody else, not even Trump.
Donnie, 14 million jobs he created?
Fuck no.
Hell, the jobs report comes out quarterly, right?
Right.
Yes.
So he's had about 12 periods of reporting at 300 grand. That gives you 3.6 million jobs in a 3-year period.
I don't believe those numbers to be accurate, Demas. I really don't.
I don't either.
Guys, you gotta understand that it's what's fucked up about like unemployment, the way that they do it. Like, okay, don't forget, a lot of people went back to work after the fucking pandemic, man.
Yeah, that's
all right, and they're counting those people.
Right,
okay?
And they're also counting the numbers and new jobs that got created during the pandemic because they wanted to shut everything down. Yeah, they're counting all that, but the reality is that it's not 100% accurate. You can't take those from anybody as 100% accurate.
But the up part about it is what I just said. They're counting. They're counting everybody from the restaurant business. You know what I mean? And those people that lost their jobs, say at the restaurant, right? Obviously had to find another job. So they go and they get another job and then they count that, So like Donnie said, 100%, but it's how they get their fucking numbers like that. That's for sure. All right. So go ahead.
Even on job, they post job postings.
Yeah.
As a rate. As an actually employed person in their numbers.
Really? So the ad in the paper saying that we're looking for help.
That counts as a job.
So they add that business as a person.
Yes.
Right? Again, like Donnie said,
job.
It's not 100%, but it's fucked up. B, go ahead, pal.
Thank you very much. A couple of points that need to be made. Back in the late 1980s, early 1990s, people started financing. Excuse me. Well, thank you. People started financing vehicles for a period of 5 years, and they found out quickly that financed vehicles after the 3rd year they were upside down on the loans. Now, here in the United States of America, they are now financing brand new vehicles at 7-year period terms, and they still have not learned. In the grocery store today, and history doesn't lie. I have been watching and tracking this personally for quite a while now. The prices are there. They're going to keep getting there because people are leaving the food on the shelves because they can't afford it. And they're waiting until it gets close dated. The grocer goes in, discounts the short-dated product, and the people are buying it then. They're doing anything and everything they cannot afford. All of this is pointing towards what I'm going to see as a major financial collapse, the likes of which we saw the last time when a number of the banks got closed and went bankrupt and so forth.
Well,
We
we
are
bailed them
headed
out.
towards. There's no bailout this time.
No, of
We don't
course
have the
not,
money to
because
do it.
well, you know,
The prices are going to come down when
Obama and
there
his
is a
boys.
crash.
Obama and his boys and girls went back fucking stage in a backdoor deal and bailed them fucking banks out. Everybody remembers the CEOs getting $12, $15 million fucking bonuses. Everybody seen the parties on top of giant skyscrapers and shit like that, you know. And fucking no, the American people they're not going to allow bailouts like that anymore. What if you fail, you fail. But the whole concept was, and it was 110% true, that these fuckers are too high to fail. You understand that they're just too high, and you can't have banks, companies like that.
But
Go ahead, B.
the prices are going to come down when the crash comes, and we are going to be plunged into yet another Great Depression. And it's not going to matter that Donald Trump or Jesus Christ himself is running the country. It is something that is built in. It is going to happen. The question is when.
Donnie. Good, bro. You were like those were severance packages. And what did you mean about that?
What, the buyout packages and the $12-15 million and bank executives were getting?
Yes.
Those were their severance packages for them to go. And the parties on the rooftop, that was just woohoo. You're leaving, but you're still gonna have an advisor role, and we're just gonna put some other knucklehead in charge. That's all that was. That was woohoo.
I could buy that.
15 million off of these dumbasses.
I could buy that.
That's
So
all
look,
that was.
we were on the border a little bit earlier. I'm not counting this segment as really like a border thing. It is, but it's not for me anyways. So listen, so again, all the sanctuary cities and all the mayors and the Democrats, they're all they're flipping out, right? They want federal aid, they want money, they want everything, because they just can't handle this influx of migrants coming in. Now, D, I want to ask you a quick question, okay? Please answer it quick so we can continue with the segment, if you wouldn't mind. Okay. Now, you're from El Paso, Texas, right?
Yes.
This is something that you fucking deal with on an everyday basis, right?
Yes, but we don't visually. They do a real good job of not showing the public
hiding it.
Movement. I wouldn't say hiding it, but when a bus comes into a detention camp on the northeast side of the city, you won't see what's in the bus, and you won't see who departs the bus. They're very secretive in that.
Right.
And
Okay.
You don't see. No,
unless you're looking for it, you don't see it, right?
Exactly.
So when I come out to visit you and stuff like that, I mean, I got no interest in fucking checking that out at all, just so you know. You know what I mean? But I probably won't even know it. You know what I mean? So
I was going to take a video the other day, and I was coming up 375, and that's circles around the city, and it goes right near the border.
Yeah. Why didn't you?
And I will for the next time.
Man.
Because I didn't want to get out of my vehicle because there's lines of defenses there.
Oh, understand.
God, you're gonna let me talk, please.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I understand what you're saying. Go ahead.
The first one is the National Guard with the Constantine wire. The next one is the Border Patrol, the next line. And then the third and final line is the state troopers. The state is out here patrolling these. And with the state, and why I said I was hesitant, because if I get out of the vehicle, I am going to be a suspect for human smuggling.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Even the DOT warning signs that you see, this one really baffled my mind, and I never seen it come across the highway. The speed limit is 60. It says, "Watch out for unexpected pedestrians." If I'm lying, I'm
wow. So you would see like a fucking deer sign or a deer crossing sign or something like that, right?
Yes.
And out there in the middle of nowhere on that highway, they literally got watch out for fucking people running across the street.
Yes.
That's insane. Go B.
How do they discern on these signs between a U.S. citizen and illegal alien? Is there like one sign that has like waves of water droplets on the backs of some of the figures on the sign, or
It depends if they're the victim or the perpetrator.
Continue B.
I'd like to know exactly what it is that they think that people are discounting one thing. Now you said you've got the three lines of defense. There is one more that is right now in theory, but in practice may very well wind up coming if people keep getting pissed off, and that is organized non-military militia.
The militia's weak up there, man.
For how long?
I'm joking. Yes, no, B, and it's not people getting frustrated, I don't think. It's people seeing it happen to themselves. You know, this young lady, and I'm sorry, I'm going back to this young lady. I really would like to know their family, you know, how their politics went. Were they Democratic, Republican? Because I'm pretty sure if they were Democratic, they're going to vote for the Republican ticket this winter. That's all. I'm sorry.
Definitely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yep. Donnie?
Here we are. We're talking politics over someone who's been murdered, and yet we're not even talking about how do we go and change the policy so we can give Venezuela their prisoners back. You know what I mean? You said, he emptied his prisons. Well, we want to give you your prisoners back. You go house these some bitches now. You know, and nobody's talking about that in the media, nothing. But I think that would be a better, you know, some kind of solution that, hey, you don't meet a ticket, we issue a bond warrant, you know, right away. And at the end of the business day, and you get, hey, U.S. Marshals, go get people. And there's no, oh, well, I didn't mean, no, bye. Got to go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, gentlemen. Didn't Mexico themselves just have quite a brouhaha with a number of these transient people, so to speak, over there, and peel them off of the border crossings?
Yes, they're doing that. They're doing more too. There was some kind of agreement they put together, but they're supposed to help keep them off the trains and that. But you know, and they're supposed to help keep, when we deport people, we take them deeper into Mexico or help people. But Mexico also did some stuff on their end. A couple of reports I read, they stopped letting certain people in too. They're getting tougher on, if there's any gang violence, anything like that, they're not letting you cross through their country. They're like, hell no. You keep your ass over here.
And there's another point. With all these people coming from all these different countries, every border they cross, and they're still passing or whatever else. Where the hell are the customs and border people and all of these other countries that they're crossing through to get up here?
They're right there probably obeying their laws, saying, well, we got no law that says you're just passing through. Here's your permit to pass through. Give us some pesos or whatever dollar amount they want. They pay that, or the cartels pay it, or, you know, somehow it's paid, and they let them pass through. No different than, say, somebody coming through, like when I need to go through Canada to get back in the United States to catch the ferry. Showed them my little, you know, documentation, gave me my little passport thingy, pass, whatever. Some piece of paper said I was legal to drive my happy ass through Canada. Same shit.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we will be right back. And we're going to get into why the Democrats are so fucked up about having illegals in their cities. Stick around for more of The Way We See It. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes.
You'll get always the best of me, 'cause I love you endlessly. feels so damn right when you're here by my side. I will always be there for you. Oh girl, I need you, that's so true. Hope you feel the same way, 'cause I want you to.
Why do you believe what you believe? Because at some point in your life, you trusted the information that somebody was giving you. And that someone you trusted told you that a car was a car, a tree was a tree, a bird was a bird, the blue stuff above you is the sky. And that's the way that we began to determine what we believe to be a fact. Most of the things that we believe to be a fact in our lives are told to us through our stories or the news that we hear.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking around for the last segment of The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network. And again, I am one of your hosts, Blaze Man, along with Mr. D, Mr. Donnie, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough to keep the calls stopping from the women that want to talk to this man because his intellectual, that's all. Because, you know, he's
Cooking.
Mr. B, the only one. Mr. B, how you doing, sir?
I'm still here. I'm still sitting up and taking nourishment along with the rest of you guys, so not going to get rid of me anytime soon.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're starting to feel a little bit better.
I wasn't feeling quite right, so last night I took something called Homo Seltzer. Now I'm feeling myself.
Well, there you go. There you go. D, have you ever tried homosexual?
I tried cream of some young guy.
Cream of some young guy. All right.
Yeah, it's a good Chinese dish at Mark.
Well, yeah, you know, there's you know, they can be a little bit crazy, you know what I mean? Me fuck them young, you know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Donnie must have fell down in the driveway or something to that nature. He'll be right back. But with that being said, look, here's the deal, guys. You know what I mean? Let's try to just push this last half hour to the max. Okay. These, come on now. All right, please, everybody watching, guys, panel, put this in your head. These Democrats did nothing, right? Nothing but call Republicans, conservatives, some independent, the GOP in itself. You know what I mean? Nothing but like racists and all of this shit like that because of the border. Okay. You know, how dare fucking, you know, El Paso, you know, try to get rid of some of the migrants there because their influx is crazy. You know, all the other border towns. There's more. There's D. Could you tell the audience real quick what's the biggest border town in Texas?
Oh, I want to say Eagle Pass. Donnie?
Yes.
No.
Go
it's
quick.
Either Brownsville or El Paso. El Paso's like the fifth. It's in the top 10 in population for the state of Texas.
Hey, but I'd just like to add about El Paso And Donnie can
So
always
which one
correct
is
me
it?
when
I'm
I'm
sorry,
talking
D. Which
about
one
El
is it?
Paso. No, but hold up.
Yep.
El Paso is not a sanctuary city.
No.
The police and ICE have a real good relationship. It is not a sanctuary city, and that's why I beg to differ now. I want to bring this up again, is the Annunciation House run by the Catholics here. I wonder if they're circumventing the ICE. I know I made the comment before, and this just brought it up again to me. You know, I know they're not a sanctuary city.
Right.
It just makes you think. Well,
okay, so I'll just
where the migrant, what Donnie's talking about is crossings and legal crossings, but the migrant push has been Eagle Pass, Texas.
yes, I would agree on that. From what I read, everything that I read.
And if we look at Eagle Pass where it's situated on the map, just pull up the cartel map of Mexico, and that'll tell you which cartel is more heavily influenced
Powerful. Yeah, the most powerful.
Pushing these people up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Are they giving a discount rate? $500 for a family, $300 for a male, military age male. Yeah, they're making money, and that's what's so fucking crazy about this. This is trafficking. Donnie, you brought up what? 65 children are missing?
Yeah, 85,000 or something like that in one of them articles talking about Customs and Border Protection done lost 85,000 children with their whole, document and release or whatever. So they don't even know if maybe those kids are. They don't know.
That if President Trump was president right now and that happened, what would be the headline? Go. What would be the headline?
Trump's administration allows children to be human trafficked or whatever on his watch.
D, what would you think the headline would be?
Trump kids in slave trade.
Wow.
Prostitution ring. Pizzagate. Any way you want to spin it to put shame on that man's name.
Donnie, what would you think the headline would be?
Oh, I have no clue because they come up with so many to try to slander that man. There'd be one story that they got, and he had some kind of agreement with the cartels that they would get him, and it would get so blown out of proportion it wouldn't even be funny. But anything else, like the Democrats do right now, they're going to shield anything negative for Biden. It's election year. Come on.
Yeah, of course. I say like NBC comes out with this like fucking wicked music in the background, right? And then they show a picture with Trump at one point where he was gathered with kids around him, maybe at the border, right? And then you get the red fucking circle with the line across the middle, and it says trafficked. You know what I mean? And then you go on from there. But all right. So look, my point here is that it drives me nuts with conservatives and independents and shit like that. Okay, you libertarians, it don't fucking matter, man. These Democrats they flip a script so bad, and no one ever calls them out about it, besides us and maybe Fox News and maybe News Nation. I watch News Nation a little bit. They're not so bad. And it only proves even more how they can get someone to flip. Or, being a journalist is what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to cover everything with no bias. You know what I'm saying? And that's Como, That's the only reason why it turns me off. Turns me off a little bit on that. What am I lying?
Shirts off, man.
Oh, fuck off.
How many different entities are there out there that have got their hands in all of this sanctuary bullshit? How many different government agencies are there that are somehow or another dealing with or whatever else, spreading these people and sending them out throughout the nation on buses, on planes, and whatever else?
Right. And again, my point is
it's not the governmental agencies we need to concern ourselves with this much. Listen to what I said. The Annunciation House, those are NGOs. They're not regulated by the government.
No.
They can't go inside. They operate the way they want to. And that's why Paxson, the Attorney General, is putting heat on the Annunciation House and saying, what's going on here? That's all they're asking.
because they're trafficking them through, right?
So you're saying all these buses and plane rides or whatever else are being set up by private entities, not the government? Come on.
Some are.
The government's not sending them, Mr. B. I mean, the governor of fucking Texas and shit like that. Yeah, he's like fucking, yeah, we're gonna put some on there. But there's other, ones that are fucking paying for these people to get bust out as well. There's private entities, correct, D?
Yes, and I was.
Go ahead, Donald.
Go ahead, Donnie.
No,
Go ahead,
Demas,
Donald.
go. Demas.
No, I was just saying I was waiting for one of my kids to fly in, so I get on the El Paso website, airport. I check the radar to see what's coming in. It fascinates me, and I'm looking at flights. And U.S. American Airlines will have AA, Delta will be DL, but I'm seeing these other identifiers by the planes, and I pick on them. It's a contract agency that's flying people from El Paso to Eagle Pass, and there was another one from El Paso to Wichita. So they are still moving, but the NGOs, they have a lot to do with that, man. They
Right,
really
and
do.
I think I get what B was trying to say. B, correct me if I'm wrong, but B was like, so the government's paying for some of those plane rides. Whether they're giving them money through a private corporation and a private corporation does it.
Bingo, my friend.
I appreciate that one, B. I appreciate that one. All right, so let's. I just want to see how they're all going batshit crazy, and there's only one guy that's even flipping out even more than all of them, and that is Mr. Fuck you all, Mayor of New York. Let's take a listen.
Those small numbers that are committing crimes, we need to modify the sanctuary city law that if you commit a felony, a violent act, we should be able to turn you over to ICE and have you deported. It is a right to live in this city, and you should be.
But they can't do it. Here's why.
You should be not committing crimes in our city for doing so. Right now, we don't have the authority to do so.
So that's Mayor Eric Adams of New York City doubling down yesterday, calling to change New York City's sanctuary laws. The mayor admits migrant crime has become a big issue in his city, but he says the law does not allow criminals to be reported to ICE for deportation.
How do you make a law that says I can't report you to the proper authorities for, when you break the law? I'm confused. How do you
because that's what they put in being a sanctuary city. If you're a sanctuary city, you're not supposed to deport or report any illegal immigrant or activity. So now he's fucked with their own law.
It's all a big joke to these people.
Yeah.
It is such a joke. They've even come up with a sanctuary cocktail. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
No.
The sanctuary cocktail?
Yeah.
It's a shot of tequila, no ice.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
I mean, that's the deal, Donnie, though, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you did it to yourself, man. If you made laws like that. So don't bitch about it now, but I just don't understand.
Go ahead, bro. Get it out.
Nah, man, you did it to yourself. You made the stupid ass law, so go do what you need to do to change it. But I understand their point. They're overwhelmed. They don't have the resources to take care of it. Guess what? So is the border states, the southern states, Florida, all the states in the Gulf. They've all been
exactly, Donnie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Already.
Fucking A. Get him, bro.
Do some policy change. Mr. Biden, shame on you. I understand. House Republicans, that lady, the press secretary lady, had some points. Hey, it's on the House Speaker and that. Put the shit on there if you don't like it and debate it then. Don't just let it sit in the corner and collect dust. Put the legislation out there and get it right then. But Mr. Biden too, hey, shame on you because you have the authority. You signed an executive order for I don't know how many other things, gender studies and all this other bullshit. Well, sign one and shut the fucking border down and say we can't do it no more.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what the Democrats.
According to that bullshit that came out about a speech impediment or a speech problem, but your brain is competent. Well, get your brain engaged and do some competent shit and sign a piece of fucking paper, bro. Just saying. I yield.
You remember this?
Listen.
Just listen. You remember this?
Executive orders for the border. What changed between the time President Biden said, "We are a nation who says if you want to flee and you're freeing oppression"?
I played it earlier.
And now.
That doesn't mean shit, Blaze.
What do you mean? Your question?
Well, it does.
President Biden was telling people to come to the border.
But it does, because that's what she was fucking saying, bro. You know what I mean? She was lying, just like we were just talking about. You know?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Biden, take some action now. Stop playing bullshit ass games and trying to blame it on people, and take action like you say you're gonna do. Right now you flapping your gums and you blowing smoke up my ass trying to tell me something different. No.
No.
Right, but that's what she was fucking gonna. That's what she said. That's that's why I was throwing it back up there real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, D.
I got a cure to this migration problem. We're going to go to the state of Michigan. The results are coming in. Biden 80,000. He's got 78% of the vote. Phillips has got 3%, but the uncommitted was 16%. And we all know that's Rashid Tlaib's little plan
Gang.
over there in Detroit, Michigan.
And that's going to go to Trump.
Why can't we send the Venezuelans to Michigan? The Muslims will get them, right? They will.
Venezuelans? Why would you want to do that?
Maybe they'll stop behaving.
Not with all those cows.
All right, guys, we're talking in riddles over here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
hey,
we
look,
are.
I think exactly. I think we'll end today's show with a little bit. All right, this got no sound. I don't know why, but it don't. Did anybody see the scuffle, the Cam Newton scuffle?
Yes, I watched a little bit of that.
I haven't.
Did yours have sound? Because the one I found don't have any sound.
Not really, no. But I just don't understand. I saw something with Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, and I agree with what they say about as far as you don't have this at Eli Manning's and Peyton Manning's camp. And Stephen A. said a lot about policing yourselves as adults, but I just don't understand. And it goes to court storming too. The thing with court storming now in the NCAA. What makes these people think you're going to go up to this? I understand Cam Newton hasn't been in the NFL for a while. Great college quarterback. I think he won the Heisman, took a team to the Super Bowl. Did he maybe play himself out the NFL? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not at that level to judge that man. But all I know is I saw one video. It looked like he took a grown-ass man, probably 6 foot tall, had a backpack, threw his ass like a rag doll. What makes you think you're going to go up to these people and you're going to do something? You're going to catch an ass whipping you wasn't ready for. I'm just saying. Even the college athletes, when that Filipowski dude got hit, you see that kid all pointing in his face, and you lucky old boy didn't stick that arm out and do a clothesline on your ass. WWE style, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to know where you're coming from. And I don't blame Cam Newton at all. People start throwing punches, well, the hell with it then. Do what you need to do, bro.
Right. Well, I got what I believe is the full video, but no sound. So let's take a watch. I'll start it over because I have to move the camera around. There we go.
Oh, man.
There's no sound to the video, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's Cam at? He's got the big hat, right? Well,
yeah, he's got the goofy fucking hat on.
Yeah.
He's got the goofy hat on right there. Right there. There he is. The goofy fucking hat right there.
Then people all want to chase his they just want to chase his dreams, man.
Well, there's 5-0 right there, isn't it? Or is that camp? Is that security they have there? Or
I believe the shirt says staff.
Staff?
So
yeah,
it says staff.
Some of it's staff. There's some security. They come in later.
Right here. See him?
Yeah.
That's police.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah,
there's 2 of them. Or is it campus police? Are they on a campus or just at a football field?
No,
They're
that's
at
a
a football
damn
camp.
E2 private.
Okay, so this is Cam Newton's football camp, Donnie?
Yes,
Is that what we're looking
he
at?
was putting on a football camp,
Yep.
and something happened in there, and somebody wanted to get rowdy, and they want to throw punches with him, and that's the melee that broke out. But it's just, as you can tell, everybody's going to run and just throw a little quick punch. But as soon as he put his hands on somebody, the boy won't go nowhere.
Yeah,
You know,
becomes a lawsuit too, right?
Well, I don't think Cam Newton's going to sue him, but
No, the other person. Do you think it was a parent?
I have no clue.
I'm asking. B, you think maybe it was a parent? This is a football camp, so it had to be something about
why would a
football.
parent be at a football
maybe they didn't
camp?
like him. Maybe they thought he sucked as a quarterback. I don't know, but this is fucking ridiculous. Like Donnie had said, you know what I mean? He was listening to Stephen A. Smith and the other dude, Shannon Sharp, which I can't stand. But
Yeah, because he called the National Guard on you.
yeah, that fucking game was like a million years
I
ago.
hated that.
Well, I know I watched the whole thing, but
Blaze, what it's saying right now is something about they got heated over a 7-on-7 that his team that he oversees and another team or whatever. Yeah, I can get that.
a visiting team. So there was an actual game being played.
Yeah, at all these camps, you're gonna have games being played and probably a showcase event, and people get heated, and it gets dumb sometimes. It's what it is, but
yeah,
this
people
is
can't.
just like the shooting, right? You're gonna have the guards outside the facilities at the church. What's gonna happen when you're trying to put on these camps and that? Now the security's gonna be outside, and you're gonna watch from a distance.
Right.
The jackassery of it all is. It just makes it bad for sports in general.
I agree. I mean, this seems like it started away from the football field. Because here's the stairs. Here's the stairs going up, and then it leads over to the field and the fence. Well, I'm trying to see if we can see who initially did something. Because this is Cam right here, right? Because you see his retarded hat, right?
Who knows? Who knows? But the bigger picture is, why do we keep having these events at sporting events for kids? This is the example we're giving them, and yet we're wondering why stuff breaks out. Well, shit, this is what they see.
Hey, Seed, I couldn't agree with you more. When I was a kid growing up, people looked up to professional sports players and so forth. They were something that were revered, and they stood for good things and so forth. And now everything's about the buck and going around with, pardon my language, with bitches and hoes and all the rest of this crap. And it's anything and everything, and nobody has any respect for jack shit.
The standard I talk about all the time.
Do you think somebody
American standard?
Do you think somebody just called him a fucking goofy bastard with his hat like that, or
really? Have you watched Cam Newton?
I don't know.
It's a style thing.
I mean, because
you really
certainly not addressing what fucking like happened here. This is this guy's his career went to shit. Now his fucking PR is gonna go to shit. You know what I'm saying?
How do you figure that?
And I ain't cutting off your boyfriend. Fucking, I ain't cutting him off.
Dumbass. You do it all the time. Anyway.
No, I don't.
Hey, anyways. His career, I don't know if it went to shit. I want to say it went to shit. He got there and he got to the Super Bowl. Not everybody wins. Did he? I thought he had a pretty decent career. But do you really think Cam Newton's starting to fight with people at his own football camp where he's taking time out to try to help these kids? No, come on, man. That's just somebody trying to get their thing, their minute of glory, thinking they tough.
5 minutes of fame or whatever the situation may be. I understand that, but
heated over a football game. Come on, man.
Well,
I
guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out more about it. So
yeah,
but I don't know. I thought it was pretty bad. You know what I mean? I don't know. It happens. I hope it wasn't him that fucking did anything. But shit like that shouldn't happen on a field like that, anyways, man. I don't know. Does anybody know where this camp was?
No, I didn't pay.
You think it was in Carolina? I mean, you know, I'm sure he still lives around there. No,
Mm.
could be.
Who knows?
Go ahead, B. What's on your mind?
I don't know, and I don't care. Another reason for me to not give a fiddler's fart about anything having to do with professional sports. Again,
Right.
I'll say if I want to see a game, then I'll go watch my nephews or nieces or grandchildren play, because then it's a game. It is not multi-million-dollar crybabies going on strike and behaving like freaking idiot drunk college boys.
Parents do that. Go ahead, D.
But them games teach our kids leadership. They teach them what becomes of a team. They're real good for our kids. It's when they become adults and they go into that other society where and B, you're 100% right. My old man loved Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. They revered him. That was a tough son of a bitch, you know.
Right.
And
that was the
today,
conversation.
and today all it is envy. Envy. You know, this quarterback, I can't even think of his name right now, and I wanted to make a point about him.
Doug Williams.
No, this fucking quarterback here, the brother.
Oh, Cam Newton.
Cam Newton played in the Patriots for his last year in the football team, and that kid, he was humble, man.
Yeah, he was.
He was humble. The way
You're absolutely fucking right. Go ahead, bro. Preach
you
it.
know,
He was.
and it's just sad that fucking people hate on him, and that's all that is envy.
Well, for me, I didn't hate him. He definitely wasn't a fucking fit for the Patriots. You know what I mean? As far as offensive and all of that shit goes.
Yeah, it's style of play, man.
Right, exactly. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see what's happening. You know what I mean? So with that being said, look, don't forget to check out Politicking with Mr. B tomorrow, Wednesday, from 7 to 8 p.m. Followed by I-12 GIA, Real Talk with Real People, from 8 to 9 p.m. Again, right here on the FFN Network. And then Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. is the Miss Tammy Ann Blazeman show right here on the FFN Network. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, man. And Mr. Donnie, I will let you go first tonight.
Well, you know me. Think positive, do positive. Appreciate you. However, we're connecting, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Mr. D.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. What you mean, the brother? I'm sorry, I was laughing at the board. What you mean by the brother? Have a good night, everyone. Be positive. Do good things.
Mr. B.
We are going to go out this evening, but we'll see you again tomorrow, 7 o'clock, followed by the gentlemen that are hell-bent on making sure that people can protect themselves. You want to see these shows, tune in. And, of course, Thursday, Blaze and Miss Tammy. Blazeman, good night.
Thank you. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to The Way We See It right here on the FFN Network every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night. Peace and love to each and every one of you out there. Catch you next Tuesday.
You'll get always the best of me, 'cause I love you endlessly. Girl, I feel so damn right when you're here by my side.